Is anyone else bored of these lunatics telling me that I'm a broke loser for working a normal 9 to 5? It's like any young lad who has fell down the gym or self-improvement algorithm the last couple of years is now being bombarded with dog content telling me to quit my 9-5.
First we pitch them
cold showers, no fap, meditating.
Once we've suckered them in, we unload the dog.
That's fine if you're working in a brain-dead office job, but it's now turned into outright slander of the working man, who at the end of the day keeps the world turning.
We all have modern day superheroes like Homelander and She-Hulk. But let's face it, tradies are the real goats.
It all starts off with the big names, you know, the big dogs.
Big dogs.
The one with 3-4 million subscribers. They've got a nice course out, they've got you some great content on quitting the 9 to 5 and how cold showers are going to let you be able to do that.
We're not going to name drop them because with the sheer amount of clout we have, it would be irresponsible. All 600 of you jumping on them.
How much life experience can a lot of these lads have?
They're all mid-20s, they've all copped out of the workplace, or better yet, they've finished university and never even had a job. They haven't been in the workforce and they haven't got any life experience when it comes to starting a family, when it comes to being a pillar of the community. All they are is online gurus in a way.
And there's nothing wrong with being an online guru, but then in the same breath, should you really be giving 18 to 21 year olds who are in the most important stages of their life advice such as, no, you never want work a 9 to 5?
As an influencer with X amount of subs, you have some sort of social responsibility, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to realise that if you say a load of BS to your 100k audience, chances are 10 of them are going to act upon that.
And it's not just that. If these guys are paying you £150 a month for a course,
Yeah.
you're 100%
Acting.
They
yeah.
believe what you say, don't
Yeah,
they?
man.
So
Yeah, man. Yeah.
even more so, there's more responsibility there.
Yeah.
Just because you've worked in a call centre or you worked as an internet salesman, that doesn't qualify you to talk about things like being a bricklayer or an electrician.
Yeah,
or
man,
a plumber.
you've just picked the wrong industry. That's your problem, not ours.
That is the
Yeah.
That should be.
man. You're projecting.
If you could take one thing from what we're saying in this video, is a lot of these guys just picked the wrong industry and then quit within 6 months because he said, "Oh, I aren't made for this world. You just ain't got enough about you. Go and actually do a job where it took a bit of physical toil."
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know how anything works online. You start with the big dogs, and then you've got everybody with 100, 200k subs.
Pyramid scheme, start at the top. You've got your daddies, you've got the based alpha gods. You move to the next level down. You've got the puppies. You've got people who are suckling on the teat. They are trying to emulate their favourite influences. You move down the pyramid, and then there's us, level 6 slime, course incoming. We're going to teach you how to suck teat. A lot of them don't have experience in finance, in money, in careers. All they can do is teach you how to be a millionaire YouTuber.
Because that's all they've got.
That's all they've got, the bloggers. Which, yeah, fair play, man. They can make their bread and butter doing that. A lot of people can't. A lot of like other guys looking crusty on camera. It seems that everyone's ulterior motive online is to funnel you into their PDF file. Oh, sorry, I mean course. Cold showers. It's telling you not what.
And then, somehow, if you've done that for 3 weeks, now you're ready to be a millionaire YouTuber and go quit your career path.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go quit. A perfectly viable financial option.
It is the next logical step. 4 weeks ago, you were a goon. You were there.
Level 1 slime.
You were a level 1 slime, gooning 3 times a day. Now you've done cold showers. You've subscribed to your favourite YouTuber's course. And now it's time to quit your job.
Yeah, man, yeah, if you're in a bad way in life, chances are you're going to spend a lot of money to potentially get out of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a perfect advantage for them to take. And you're looking for advice online. Are you really going to take it from the male version of Tana Mongoose? Whatever this name is. Are you really going to take advice from a male storytime YouTuber? So let me tell you a story. I was in my 9-5 job and my manager comes up to me and he says, "I am going to bomb you." And I say, "No, boss man, please. I will do anything."
You've got to ask yourself the question, what's wrong with being a bricklayer, an electrician? We mentioned this in his last video. There's obviously issues of being in an office work.
Yeah, man.
Like we say, these guys, they picked the wrong industry. And what was the wrong industry? And it's brain dead work. But the problem is, this then starts to get coupled together with genuine work.
Waking up, going to work, spending 8-9 hours on a computer or laying bricks.
Like I say, we agree with the original point. He bangs on about offices, spreadsheets, and it's like,
We're on your side.
right? And
we're on your side.
But within 2 seconds, bang. And this is the issue. They start with the office job, and then they start saying, or you could be a bricklayer.
You can't tie them two things together.
No.
Britain, yeah. Most brickies, most contractors are subbed out, which means you are running your own business anyway, and you are subcontracting your services to a business. You're an entrepreneur anyway. So how on earth can you come online and say that being a YouTuber is a more viable option when you're an actual businessman anyway?
A lot of these guys start at 16, 18. You start as an apprentice. You do 10, 15 years, you become good at it. But you become good at it, you're on site constantly, you start talking to other contractors.
You make them connections.
You see how things work. These guys love talking about networking, but they don't mean networking with real people. They mean networking with other YouTubers who are on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
You can become an entrepreneur through these connections, and then you've got a business for yourself, and you can earn a lot of money through that. Or you can earn a lot of money just being a bricklayer.
Pass it directly down to your children. You can employ people.
Yeah, you can. Well,
have a workforce behind you. Do you know what I mean?
There's plenty of lads out there now who are mid-20s, early 30s, who are on like 70, 80,000 pounds a year. And that might not sound glamorous, but that's a good amount of money you can easily provide for a family of 3.
Yeah, and the benefit of that is you don't have to be chronically online.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to peddle a course to your impressionable fan base. You can just go and provide your services to someone. You can go and fulfill your societal role.
And that's the key.
There's a lot of slander towards men who quite literally pave the streets you walk on.
Yeah, and I know it's a bit cringe, the old Jordan Peterson crime, but he is right. What are we going to do about men?
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Keep the wheel
and
turning.
this is another issue, and I think this is one of my main issues with the red pill content creators and all this kind of content. I don't see much difference between that libtarded hippie feminism, because these guys,
freedom.
These guys will talk about masculinity, but then they'll slag off guys who are doing masculine jobs. They'll go and watch these based alpha edits of guys doing impossible things, but then they'll also slag off the jobs where you're doing the impossible things.
There is nothing more noble than the man who will plant a tree that he knows he will never take shade in.
What they think that means is making a YouTube video that's disposable and will be forgotten about in 2 years. Hence why they keep making the same video every 4 weeks, because they know the algorithm's already forgot about it. You can either have that, which is apparently based living, or you can go and be a scumbag trader who does things like builds houses and fixes toilets. You are no different to these people who you're online constantly berating. You're constantly talking about like feminism and the issues of the modern world, but you don't want work. You want to spend all your time travelling. You never want to contribute anything towards society. You're constantly obsessed with, I need to gain experience. You need to be true to yourself. I want to live my life and discover who I am. If you said these kind of things in the 60s or the 70s, you'd say, what the fuck is this commie shit?
That's another one as well. They like banging on about how hardworking they are, how much of an enterprising mindset they have. Bro, they get Indians edit the videos for them. They have people for people. They have managers. They don't do anything themselves. All they are is the face of the op.
Yeah, they're just a brand.
They're the brand. Nike the man. Let's say that you jump on the bandwagon, you get a 10k a month via their course. Why? What are you doing this for? It's just, you are the right-wing equivalent of a Funko Pop collector. But instead of Funko Pops, it's Rollies, it's highlighter-coloured McLarens, shallow and
You might be watching us, you might thinking, well, you pair a bunch of hypocrites because you're online doing YouTube, which is exactly the same as them. And yeah, I get that point. But there's something I read, Anti-Fragile by, I think what's his name?
Nasantan Tuliagbai.
He is my neighbor, Nursultan Tuliagbai.
I didn't read it, I can't read.
And he talks about the barbell strategy, and what that is, we'll put it up on screen, is 85% conservative, 15% risk. Your time and your finances, you should be looking at it in a way where 15%, put it in the Wolf of Wall Street meme, you're betting it on dog on high risk stuff. Yeah. This is our dog We've got 15%. This is our 15% where we're taking a bit of a risk. We'd like do the YouTube thing. We'd like get his opinions across, and we'd like get a bit of advice to young lads. It's something we're passionate about, and that's what we want to do. But guess what? We're not bums. We've still got jobs. We've still got normal lives. We still do things. Why? Because we follow that barbell strategy of 85% of my time is on my working life, my family life, the normal things in life that these guys love talking about tradition, they love talking about your ancestors and all that, but then they won't do everything that's not traditional. They don't want work. Ignore that. Balance your time right, balance your schedule right, so you've got enough time that you can live a normal life, a 9 to 5, which there's nothing wrong with, but you've got a bit of spare time on the side where you can do little things like these, little side projects.
There's a reason it's called a side hustle. It is a hustle to do on the side. Rocket science.
You are a genius, mate.
Thank you.
I thought you couldn't read.
This isn't something to have a mad gamble on, quit your job, quit your career prospects just because some mong online told you to. These guys, they have a social responsibility. They have to realise that someone will act upon this weird, this little strange, kooky little advice. Unfortunately for the viewer, that might be you. You just need to take into account that these guys have struck gold. They've got lucky by having an audience, by having a course to sell. You aren't that guy, pal, trust me. And the thing is, I don't need be editing on the beach. The monkey on one side giving me the pina colada, and the Thai lady on one side giving me the penis colada.
They aren't ladies, mate.
What?